Hello, everybody. Welcome to my little impromptu crafting time. I'm kind of out of breath. I had to run up and make sure that Zenny was down here and that I had my water. So, if you're watching this on the replay after our live broadcast, make sure that if you have questions or comments in response to what we're working on or visiting about, put those into the comments and I'll be sure to answer those and make sure that you hit the thumbs up button and the like button. And I really hope that you guys can hear me. I didn't even check that. And nobody's here to tell me. Um, let's see. I think it's okay. I could try it. Well, nobody's on here right now, so we're fine. We are fine. So, what are we going to do today? Well, we're just going to do a little chat. I have no idea if anybody's going to show up because I did not schedule this. I did not promote it. I did nothing but say, oh, this sounds like a good idea. So here I am. So here is what we're going to do today. We're just going to kind of chat and hang out. And if you have joined the chat, say hi so I know you're there. And I thought what we would do is make a little project that some of my new friends shared with me a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to work on these. And then at some point, I wanted to um, have some conversation and give you an update on the name change, channel change. So we'll talk a little bit about that and about future live sales, all of that good stuff, and just kind of a whole lot of randomness. I even have if time allows, I have a show and tell because I was going to do it as a haul video and it needs to be cleaned up and taken out of my craft room. So we might just do some of it here today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And this is what we are going to make. So these cute little dangles, and I'll tell you the story um, about these. There's another one. I'm kind of liking this, using my iPad so I can see actually what you are seeing as I do this. I'm going to have to see if I can I'm sure I can pre-record and do it this way too, because it makes it so much easier. So we're just going to make these little dangles. And I'm kind of considering this my dusted off do-overs for this week as well, because it was going to be. And I thought, well, why not just do it on the live? But what we're going to be using, we have some straws here. And this is why I'm calling it my dusted off do-overs, because my kids now use metal straws. And I have a lot of straws. Now, these are tiny. These are really tiny, just regular size, the ones that have the things on it. I don't know what that's called. And then I have these are like the smoothie or bubble tea straws. So they're really big. I also have, now I did not have these, so I did get them after my little outing with my friends. So these are just caps. I did put those in my Amazon, my Tourist Store You Essentials. So they are there. They're very inexpensive. They're plastic. They're not metal, but they work for what we're doing. I've got some little embellishments. I've got some pieces off of jewelry. I think I have some charms in here. I just grabbed these out. I've got a bunch of random over here. I've got ribbon. I've got tulle. I've got old hankies. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff here. And then over here, I have another dusted off do-over that I don't use nearly enough, and that is eyelash trim. So I've got a bunch of varieties of that. I do have my standby. If someone is watching, if you would just post a comment and just let me know you can hear me, that would be amazing. Just my jewelry making tools, and then I have some jump rings as well. So that's all we're going to need. And really, you could make, I mean, you could improvise if you want. But here's what they look like after you make them, but before we cover them. So I've made some of these in advance, but I'm going to show you how to make one or two of them the easiest way I found to make them. And then we'll use some of them that are dry to make the rest. Where's my E6000? So all you need to do, well, let's just use this green one, is cut the length that you want for your item. And I'm going to look up here and see, can I see? I'm just looking. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm going to cut this. And that's all we need to do. Well, the thing is that we have several sizes of these little caps. Now I have the largest ones, and these come in 2 different sizes. So I'm sorry, 3 different sizes. These itty tiny, tiny, tiny bitty ones. And then this is the next size up. And then this is the large one. Okay, so for this one, we're going to be using the large one. Now, I mean, these have a really large center, so they don't even fit in there like that. So all you need to do, you guys, and I'll tell you the story about how it came to be. I've never made these. I'm sure others have made them. I just hadn't. And when I did these for myself, I did use, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac today because that E6000, I did use hot glue. So that is what I got. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. And if anyone has a second to just give me a quick comment, just to make sure you guys can hear me, that would be great. So what I did is cut this down the middle, and now I'm going to size this to fit inside of that, just like this. Okay. And now just to reassure just to reassure myself, just to secure this, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the end. And like I said, it was really easy when I used the, what happened to my wipe? Hang on, it's going to get loud for a second. Yeah, so thanks for joining me. I'm going to pop a comment in there just to make sure. That you guys can hear me, because that would be really silly if you can't. I'll just be talking to myself like I usually do when I do my videos. Okay, now I've got that. So I'm just going to wipe off the excess, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. I got a little glue on that, but it should come off. Hi, Laura. I'm so glad you joined today. Like I said, it was very impromptu. I'm kind of hoping, I don't know if she'll be able to make it or not, but Jeannie, who was my moderator on Thursday, there was a couple of things I wanted to test out. So I thought, well, if she joins in on the broadcast, then we could test that too while we're just having a little chat about. And that's it. That's all you do. Now, on the ones that I did the other day, I just took I had these little tiny clothespins, and I just stuck them on there just to keep it closed. I mean, it is literally as easy as that. So let me just show you one more time. We'll just use the rest of this. So this is the last I have of this. All I'm going to do is, thank you, Vicki. I appreciate it. Cut it right down the center, and it kind of naturally just closes and gets smaller. Then you're just going to glue it a little bit in the center, glue each cap, and you're ready to rock and roll. So cute, so inexpensive. I love them. I have a couple other little things too. We're going to make a few of these, and then I have a couple other little really simple projects. I thought, well, maybe we'll try them. All right, so we're going to need our glue again. So I'm going to leave that on its side. Now let's move these out of the way. Let's get the ones that are already dry out. Well, didn't I have those out already? So I've got varied sizes. Now, here's how these came about. I think I've mentioned my friends that I just met, Janice and Pam. And Janice found me from a Facebook group and sent me a random act of kindness. Not only one, but two. And a lot of the items that are over here are from Janice. And we got together and we had a great time. We went and had coffee and just visited, and they brought some of the things that they'd been working on. They are crafters mostly. Well, they do a lot of different things, but I'm just going to tear this because I want to use this vintage one. I think I'm working on a, what do you call that, cookbook journal. And I think some of these will be cute on there. This is just, I mean, if you guys have questions or there's something you want to see or want me to try or have questions about, you just go for it. And then all you're doing is just wrapping this, and it doesn't have to be neatly around. Now, it is a little, it slides a little bit because, of course, it's on that plastic. And I like the kind of the, not, maybe not all of these, but we'll cut some of them off. And then you kind of just tack it down. And I mean, if you just wanted to leave it just like that, you certainly could. And I'm going to cut off the excess. Whoops, we got a little extra ribbon in there. All right. Oops. Well, I might have to put something on the top of it because I might have cut it too short. All right, so let's just cut off the excess here. And now let's find something that we can add to the top. Did I really think that through? Not so much. Oh, you know what? Let's add some of this white eyelash trim. We probably can cover that up a little bit. I got to remember to watch over here and watch my comments and see if folks are joining. And I'm going to grab out another one of these. I mean, have you guys made these before? I've never seen anybody make them. I mean, maybe I just haven't been looking, but wowza. Can't get much easier than this. So anyway, we had a great time. Then we went to the thrift shop and bought, did a little shopping. And Janice, who had been the one that met me through the random acts of kindness gifts, had found my channel. That's how we got connected and got together. She said before we left, well, let's plan a date. Because if we don't plan it, it won't happen. And isn't that true? Like, we really have to kind of schedule our time to visit and get together and make plans because our lives just get so busy. So we made plans to get together. And she said, I'll bring stuff to do a craft. And this is what she and Pam, who happens to be her sister, brought along. We'll let that dry a little bit and we'll just move on and do another one. Here's a little longer one. Let's try it with ribbon because I think I did. This one is just, this is like a ribbon. And all I did was wrap it around it. She had some bling and I added this. Oh, maybe I did this one. Oh, I just added this after I came back. So let's just try it with just plain old, this is some green ribbon. Nothing spectacular. But maybe we can make it something spectacular. So we all got together and she has a friend. Uh-oh, what happened here? Laura, I think you're asking me what it is. The thing that I'm making right now is it's just a dangle. And so you could put it on the side of your journal, hang it from the side of your journal. You could do all kinds of fun things with it, but I think it would be a cute dangle to put on the spine of a book. You could add all kinds of extra goodies to it too. Hey Lee, it's great to have you here. I feel like even though, I mean, I can't hear you guys talking, at least I get to see your comments and hear from you. It was so fun uh, doing that live sale the other day, and getting to see so many comments. I didn't get to actually respond to a ton of them, but um, I did go back and read them all. And you guys are so sweet. I was like, oh, you know, um, I said I really wasn't nervous so much about doing a live. I mean, being live. I am very comfortable. My life has been in front of groups and teaching and things like that, and presenting. But I was so nervous about the whole technology side of it because, okay, maybe it's a control thing. I don't, you can't control what happens. And, there on occasion, our Wi-Fi just all of a sudden in our whole neighborhood, and we live in the suburbs, it's not like we live in a rural area and it will just go out. So I was really nervous about that. And luckily it did not. You never know. But I really appreciate all of your support, those of you who are there. So it meant a ton to me. And it was so much fun to get to like interact as much as we can uh, that way. Okay, this is kind of boring. I mean, it's not horrible, but it needs something. It needs something extra. I'm trying to think here. I don't know. And after I did this one, don't you think that that's kind of just pretty like it is? It looks very vintagey. I'm just going to leave it and maybe we'll add a little bling to it. But this one, oh, here. What about this? Could we cut this? I don't know what this is from. I'm guessing it might have been from an Etsy order or something. We're just going to cut a piece of this. I don't know. We'll see. And that's the cool part about it. I'm just using scraps. Like, I'm not, doing anything mind-boggling. So anyway, back to the Janice and Pam story. So we planned this night. I had just got back from, I'm going to leave this like a little bit longer here and maybe I'll add a little bow to it somehow. And I had just got back from Omaha. I had worked at the office that day. So I was rushing so that I would be on time, and I wasn't. I had to go home and change and make sure Demi had everything she needed. And so when I got there, they had already kind of, started playing. And we were at the same coffee shop that we went to when we met the first time. And it's called Smoky Row. The original is kind of downtown, and it's got wonderful coffee, wonderful sandwiches. But now they have partnered with a grocery store that's in our it originated in Iowa, and it's called Hy-Vee. And so now there are several across the metro. I'm going to try to make a bow that are in these so Hy-Vee has it's kind of like it's a huge grocery store, and then they have gas stations outside of their parking lots, kind of like a Sam's Club does, I think, or Costco. And it's just kind of awesome, a little bit bougie. And it's nice because it's not too far away from my house. I don't know if I can do this with it's maybe too tiny. And it's just, you would never know that, it was on the side of it. You know how, like, when you're on the road and you go to some of those places that have like a fast food place and it's also like a truck stop maybe or something like that. That's kind of what you would think, but not a truck stop, just a little gas station. And not that you guys need all of this extra information. I don't know. Well, I'm telling you that. Um, it's just cool. And so she had everything, or they had everything all spread out on the tables. They had their, coffee, and we were all just crafting away. And I said, I've never done one of these before, and I make dangles of all sorts, but never like this. And she sent me home with some extra of the straws that were already made. And then she sent me the link so I would know where to find, or where I could get them. And so, like I said before, these little caps are on my Amazon. I think this needs a little blingy bling. To Restore You Essentials, which that's in the description if you want to go pick some up. This is just from an old necklace. Can you guys see everything okay? I think it's probably too much if I do all of that. Let's see, what other ones do I have in here? Oh, I do have a, let's see. That's 2. No. Is this too much? Oh, it's kind of nice because I can ask you questions and you can actually respond. Let's just think about that, and we'll do the little dangle. So let's get out. Let's just make this about those 3 little ones. So we're going to cut this off. I hope you guys can see okay. What are you all doing today? Is anybody crafting? I mean, because you could be doing anything. If you're like me, you could be sitting in between softball games and watching somebody's YouTube channel. I'm just saying, I do it all the time. Okay, let's get a couple of these out. So, for these, you could just make them up just like I have done this one, and not put anything on it until you're ready to do so. And if you don't have jump rings, these bowl pins work equally as well. So you could use those too. In fact, why don't we just do that so you can see? Let's pick one out. Let's put this one on the pink one just so it's there. And that can either be our topper, so that's what we hook it on to, maybe a piece of paper or the front of the journal or the spine. So you could do it that way. And then let's do this one. We'll leave the top blank, and then we'll add on the jump ring. And I found something else over here in my cart that might work. Lee, you better come and see me. I love to meet my subscribers and hang out. And I'll take you to all my favorite little honey holes shopping if you want. That would be fantastic. I was just, is Jeannie here yet? Nope, not yet. She just sent me a message, and I don't know that I mentioned this to her when she was here. We did that yard sale, that 144-mile yard sale. Well, she just sent me one for the world's longest yard sale, and she's like, we should do that. And I'm like, I've done it. Dave and I did it, and it is so fun. Okay, that's super cute. I still feel like it needs something else, but I think maybe I can't get that. Should I just put it on there? It's too bulky. What else do I have over here? I have these little flowers. And I said yes. So if you guys ever get a chance to do that, so we are located in Iowa, and we said we were going to drive to Kentucky and then start in Kentucky. We wanted, I mean, I had really big plans. Oh, I'm so glad, Laura. He's doing awesome. I will be there on Tuesday at the office, but probably only in the morning. But it isn't far from the med center. So, um, if you want to message me, I'll send you my information. And if you're going to be there, but I'll be there Monday and then Tuesday morning. I'm all day Monday and Tuesday morning. Okay, I think I just need to put this on there. Not that I need it all blingy bling bling, but one thing I didn't get out, and I probably should have. Oh, this was terrible. Is some. I have some like pearls on a roll, and they are nowhere to be found. But I got my nails done, you guys, and of course, oh, that doesn't look so bad. That looks actually kind of cute. Makes it that kind of just normal stuff a little bit cuter. All right. Now, let's see. I'm thinking I'm going to show you something else, how to do something else, because that was pretty easy. And we'll just, for those of you who just joined, here's some of the other ones that I had done in advance. So let me get out what we're going to, let me put this away and let me get out what we're going to do next. And I'll finish my story. So when I met with the girls the first time, they said, have you ever heard of and I think it was a Tuesday as well. They said, have you ever heard of a Tuesday gift? And I'm like, no, I've never heard of that. Well, she goes, a Wednesday gift, a Thursday gift? I'm like, no, I haven't heard of that. Hey, this one would match on there. Doesn't have pink. Nah, we'll just leave it. And so basically she was saying how she and her friends would get together and they would each bring something really tiny. And we, interestingly, we had brought little gifts for each other. So on that night that we all met, I brought little gifts for all of them. And Maggie had brought her partner, Tom, Scotty. They're both artists and beautiful. I mean, they showed me their work and I was like, wow, I'm like amazing. It was so fun. So Janice brought me this little notepad that she had made. And it's just, a gesture of, hey, I'm thinking of you. And then Pam had made this, which is a cool tag. And then it's folded in and then there's a pocket in there with a couple little, she's already working on Christmas stuff. Like, okay. I'm like, girl, I can't even think about getting my Christmas stuff out. And then Scotty and Maggie brought fresh tomatoes. Oh my goodness. They were so delicious. I ate every one of them. And they were delicious. Well, Laura, we can do it another time. I would love to see you. Yeah, so it was a really good time. So I said, can I do this on one of my YouTubes? These I got for 50 cents. What these are cord crimp ends. And I mentioned this in a video some time ago, and somebody asked about seeing how I did these and what I did with them. So we're doing it. I'm going to try to be careful with this. Yeah, right. And just take a few of these out. They need, oh, well, that's cool. They're in like maybe in their individual things. This is how I make dangles. I turn things that are like this into pieces that I can use for charms or in my dangles. So, and I mean, I've got wax seals. I've got these little letters. These were from Oh, this is from a game I got from Shannon and Analog in Walnut. And these I made myself. These are inspired by, I have a video on how to make these. They're inspired by a project that Dave at Dash of Dave did, and then my wax seals. So, and then real Scrabble tiles. So let's see. This might be kind of hard to see exactly, but let me get some tweezers here. I got my fancy tweezers. We'll get those out. All right, so you can really see what these look like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not. There we go. Okay, see how those, and that would, you would put like a round cord in there and then crimp it together. See how that goes? But what we're going to do is we're going to take these two sides that are sticking up and flatten them all the way out. And it's so easy. So all you're going to do is just take, in this case, I'm just using my needle nose pliers, and I just kind of hold on to this. Actually, I'm going to use the other ones as well instead of the tweezers. I think that will be easier. Oh, there, our fly is back. Now I don't know. I don't know what we're going to name this fly, but I can guarantee it's not Freddie, it's not Francesca, and it's not Frederica. So I don't know. Fred the fly. Pam Van E named the first one, and I'm like, you know what? Now I can't. I'm going to feel bad getting using that fly swatter, but okay. And then I just kind of get it sort of flattened out, so it's not all the way yet. And then I just roll it over on its tummy. And you can also use the end of this. I'm going to have to, it's not quite, these are a lot more durable than the other ones were. All right, there we go. I should have probably done some of these in advance. All right, now you're going to take your E6000. Nope, see, it's not all the way down. Where is my, let me see if I can find my hammer. I'm not going to hammer on camera, I promise. Well, much anyway. But it will be more. The other ones that I did were just easy. And then all you do, where's that E6000 over here? Is get a dab of it. Make sure that your letter is right side up. Put a dab of it on the back. I got to make sure this is leaned up, because otherwise it'll go all over. It might go all over anyway. And then place that as close to the middle as you can get it. And there you have it. Ta-did. So I wanted to do a couple of these. I don't know if this is going to be big enough for this. I might have to do, but you know, the jewelry, the ones that you buy from the jewelry shop, like, you know, at your Hobby Lobby or local craft store, they're expensive. And, you know, this is much more economical. And like this pack I got for 50 cents. So, you know, and they do come in different sizes. These just happen to be really tiny. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. All right, so let's see. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, I don't know. Did anybody? I don't think anybody that it was here today was on the live sale, but maybe you watched the replay. So if you did, tell me what you thought. I like totally overplanned, which is not, I mean, I'm the girl who packs like a week or two before a trip. I've got all my outfits planned. I think it's just, you know, from all my days of travel, I just feel like I got to be really on top of things and organized. And I'm also a little OCD. So yeah, I totally overplanned for it. I totally went overboard when it came to the number of items I thought I was going to be able to sell. So I just wanted this to be the first one to test it out, but I was like, okay, I want to be prepared for everything. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, I'm totally off on the number there. Goodness gracious. Now I probably need to fix that. Hang on. Or maybe it just moved when because that is in the center. I think it just moved. Once you get it on there, though, you got to leave it and not touch it. Here we go. Okay. I don't know that that one's going to be big enough, but I can always do something else. Okay, let me get my fingers off or cleaned off. Oh, Laura, yes, you were on the live sale, and you got goodies even. So that was what and I've got everything packaged up. All the labels are done. I mean, they're ready to roll. I don't think our post office closes early on Saturdays, and I didn't get to do any invoicing yesterday. So of course I couldn't package it, but everything will go out on Monday. And my friendly little, not little, my friendly postman will come and pick them up. Let's do one with the wax seals. So I don't know when my next one is, and that's where I want you guys' feedback. So as you saw, Laura, I have plenty of items left to sell. So I just wanted to get my feet wet, wanted to do enough, that I was comfortable with the, what do you call it? Software that I was using, that Jeannie, who was my moderator, that she was comfortable, that I kind of went through, each kind of type, if you will, of lot or item, choice or a lot, a quick claim, those kind of things. And so I ended up not doing a ton of items, which was okay with me. I didn't want to keep people on there for a really, really long time for my first sale, but I had a really good time. I hope everybody else did. So I know one thing that's important when you do live sales is to be consistent and have them on a regular basis. I have a lot of things to sell, not just, oh, that's coming off, not just ephemera, but that one's not. Okay, we're just going to leave it alone. I have a lot of vintage, like I could do an entire vintage planter sale. I mean, I have that many. I have some antiques. I have just lots of things. So I'm not sure, but I still have all of those items that I have not yet sold. And it would be very easy for me, just like I did today, to do another quick live sale. So I need to check my schedule, and I'm thinking maybe even doing one. I like your feedback. Are Thursdays a good night? Would it be better? The only question I had is because when I did the poll, it was all over the place. And well, no, it wasn't all over the place. It was almost like equally all over the place. So all the times that I suggested, 4:00 just inched out a bit. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe 6:00 would be better. So I don't know. You guys tell me. Because then, I'm on Central Time. So at least it's a little bit later in the day on the West Coast. What should we do now? Oh, I know what I could show you. It's not very exciting, but somebody asked me, not somebody that was on the live sale, but who's local, said, "How do you make those headbands?" Now, I know you probably don't want to know how to make a headband, but um, I make them all out of my vintage stuff, and I had one left to do. I'll show you what I mean, what they are. Uh, so, I mean, I got to do it anyway. I might as well just do it while we're visiting. Uh, so I don't know. What do you guys think? If is 4 better, 4 Central Time or 6 Central better? It is entirely up to you. And I'm just afraid, like, can I commit to doing one every week, or should I do one every? I think I'd be better off doing one every 2 weeks. I'm setting up my glue gun, so just bear with me here for a second. And then the other thing that I'd like to know is, what kind of items do you want to see? Because chances are I have a lot of it. So I can always swap things out. My thought was this, do another live sale on YouTube in, a week or two. And then whatever is, so I didn't do a recap, which I probably should have done. So a recap is just all of the things that didn't sell, come back and do, and redo them again. But I think our group was, a size in which we kind of knew. And that's the other thing is, all of my subscribers, they're just so nice. Like, no one was bidding against each other. And, it's okay to do that. I kept saying, if somebody bid $8, you can bid 9, it's like an auction, so it's okay. But I thought it was just sweet. And I'm moving all my junk aside here. So verdict's out on when to do it, but I'm thinking I probably should wait. And maybe I'll put a poll out, but it was really a lot of fun. And I still have a lot of things, because I think I was like, okay, if I just do 10 items in this first one, that will get my feet wet. I was prepared to do, I had 33 different things. So I still have 23 of them, but these are the headbands that this is the one I was wearing in the live sale. And I said, for some reason, I've worn scarves. That was kind of my thing, but around my neck usually, but I put them up in my ponytail and wrap them around my head, but they would always fall off. And so, I found that I could make them look like they were a bandana or a scarf, but use a headband. And here's how I discovered this. I used to make these kind of things for Demi when she was little, and little hats and such. And then here's this one. These are all vintage laces. We went to the Kentucky Derby, and I had bought a couple hats that I was like, well, I do not. They were like the ones that just stick on the top of your head, and like they had a great big clip. And I'm like, there is no way I am going to be able to keep this in my hair. Well, then I went to the Derby, and I see all these women, and you know what? They added to all those hats, they added a headband. And I was like, why haven't I been doing that with all of my scarves and because, you take them out, you put them on. So I went home and started making some. So this is, and these are all vintage items. So I've got a vintage hanky, and then I've got some vintage yo-yos. That was on the same thing that was on the one that went all the way around, and then the red and white one. I've got some brooches, so we can decide what to put on it. This one might be a little too heavy. Yeah, they're funly and they're so easy. So now the ones that I had on hand were from the Dollar Tree, and they already had fabric on them, and it was really easy to pull it all apart. So they have normally, like I did on these, let me show you. Like on this one with the yo-yos and the bling, do you see here? I just covered this. This is a little bit of, and I don't have any out. Maybe I can find some in my stash to do this one, but if not, I can do that later. But it's just a little piece of grosgrain ribbon on the cap. So I mean, it was really easy to pull that off. And then I'm sure that they used hot glue too. So with a little bit of strength, um, you can make it happen. So to make it a little bit more, like if I just did this across there, that's all, I mean, it would look like that. And I could certainly do that and it would be cute. But if I want it to, see, there's some still sticky on it. If I want it to have a little bit of kind of poof to it, all I'm going to do is, all right, I'm turning this, I'm talking to, look at this. Can you, oh, you can see it. I'm like, I'm losing glue here. This gets hot really fast. This is the one that's portable, and it sits on that little stand, and it gets hot, and it gets hot really, really fast. So what I want to do is cut it so that I can, you know, let's see, can you see? There you go. So I'm going to cut this. I'll have to turn it, but let me just move this. I'm going to cut this probably about here and about here on the diagonal. I'm not really that careful about it. All I want to be able to do is like fold it up and glue it together a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, I should have thought of this when Demi was little, because I had all these hankies then. Oh my goodness. And she would let me dress her. Oh. She and Landon had some fun clothes. I have to say, Landon was probably even better dressed than Demi was, because he was my first kid, and he really didn't care what I dressed him in. He was pretty happy until he got, to be about 5. Then he was like into whatever he was into, and then I had to concede. So all you're gonna do is just fold that a little bit. Now, how am I going to do this? The other day when I was doing this, I didn't use the little stand, and I had it all over this piece of wallpaper, and the wallpaper, like I had to, it was like a mountain of hot glue. Oh, I hope I didn't get that too far together. Here it goes again. All right, let's see. Let me get something. See, there it goes. I'm going to get this as much together as I can so I can just kind of... But when I show you guys how easy these are to make, you'll be like, ooh, who do I know that I can make these for? And, if you have somebody that loves to wear headbands and that kind, here's my alternative. My alternative is I can either wear something cute in my hair, or depending on the day, either my regular glasses or my sunglasses are my headband. And then I forget where I put my glasses, and it's usually on my head. I'm going to turn that off until we get to next steps. So I might as well wear something cute to go with my outfits. And there we go. Now we've made just kind of a little tube, if you will, happen here. All right. Now we're just going to place this onto, hopefully this is going to fit. Yes, it will. Okay. And if for some reason yours doesn't fit all the way to the end, remember, you're going to be putting a cap on the end, so it's not a big deal. Okay. So we'll just start at one end and work our way around. I'm very happy that I can work with both my left hand and my right hand, because the way that I've got everything, I have all my electronics plugged in, because I don't want anything to die while I'm on here. Now, this one I'm going to do, the other one was kind of, like I said, kind of a little puffier, if you will. And I'm starting it so that it's right here. Don't worry that this looks like crud. We'll fix that later. Now, you can, I have not ordered any in a long time, but I'm pretty picky because I don't want my head, I don't want these to hurt my temples. So I found, no, I mean, I can get a whole lot more of them from Amazon. And I don't know if those are in my, no, I don't think they are. But I did just find some more that I'll try out. But I want them to be comfortable. And the ones from Dollar Tree are just fine. And they don't hurt my head and give me a headache. So, and it's not like I have 20 of them. I have maybe 10. But I did try, I made some fabric ones that have some like blingy pretties on them. I was going to bring one of those down to show you. And they have Velcro on them. They're just a piece of, fabric that I sewn and made pretty. Nope. They also do not stay in my hair. So this is the solution. And now this one I'm doing a little bit more on the sides. Let me turn this off while I get everything. The only bad part about this glue gun is it works. Okay, so this one's a little more, this is a little less poofy as the other one. So then I just kind of look and say, okay, where do I need to kind of give it some oomph? Something didn't. They do make one of these that is, I don't think it's portable, and that's why I wanted it. But it is like for fine detail, so it'd be great for, I'm going to cut a little bit of this off because I don't want it to be too bulky around there. Remember, that's where it's going to go around your head. Okay, so now I'm just going to tuck a little bit in there. Can you see that? No, not very well. Okay, so here's what I did. And then I'm just going to turn it over like this. I know that's hard to see, but then, can you see in there? Okay, so now it's just tucked just like you would see a normal headband. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Oh my gosh, my glue's going crazy over here. So let's see. Oh, Jeannie's here. Hey girl, hey. I'm going to add you. Let me hold this while it's drying, and I'll add you to see if you mute Jeannie, that would be awesome. Oh, she might have walked away. I just added her to the stream, and she's probably like, oh my gosh, I'm not there. Because I want her to test something while we're on here. What was I saying? Okay, can you see? Oh, you can kind of see that from where you're at. I'm just folding it over a little bit like this. Cuter than cute. And look at this one had like, I mean, it's a little, this is vintage. It's vintage. Let's see if I can dig in my, do I need, yeah, I need a little bit right here. Let's see if I can dig in my scrap fabric / ribbon. And I'm just going through and making sure. And I just get it how I want it. You're just getting a little bit of everything today. A little bit of junk journaling, a little bit of DIY. All right, is this off or on? I don't know. This is kind of cool. It's gonna be like, you can play with it. All right, now let me see if I can find something to put on the end. Otherwise, I'll just have to do it when we're off camera because I might not have the color. I have purple. That probably won't. Ooh, I did. I got red. Now, one trick with grosgrain ribbon. All right, Jeannie, I am going to if you post a comment, Jeannie, then I can see if I can add you as a moderator and see if you're able to actually. Okay, well, we're going to do it this way. I'll watch for your comment. All right, the one thing with grosgrain ribbon that I started to say is it will fray. And so if you have a lighter in your craft room, I like to use this kind of lighter when I'm doing that because I think I can get closer. I do have a long, here we go again. It just has a mind of its own. I do have a long one, if you know what I mean, like a, that you would use if you're lighting a campfire. But that one, it doesn't seem to work quite as well. I'm just going to go all the way up to where I just did that. Oh, I think I might like this stuff better. Okay, now I'm just going to, can you see? Not very well. I'm just going to cut it. That's hard to see in there. And then I'm going to sear it again. Okay, I might have got a little aggressive on that. And then I'm going to just add some glue here. And I will add most of my glue on this side because that's not going to go on my head to kind of reinforce it. And then this. The other thing that I've made very similar, you can do the very same thing. I didn't really use anything vintage much when Demi was little, but they have those soft headbands that are, and there you have it, all done. And that's nice because it's already got the finished edge there. And then if you want, you can just stick a little dab of glue to kind of close it up. That was hot. So super easy. Then we'll finish the top. Give it some bling. But you could use those instead. Like if you were making them for kiddos, you could use those soft ones. You know what I'm talking about, right? They're just cotton, I think, and they're just a little stretchy. Yeah. Oh, the kids must be home because Landon or the dog just pitter-pattered upstairs. Oh, Jeannie's there 2 times. Hey, kid. Jeannie, if you can you hear me? Oh, I can't see you, but can you hear me? I can't see you. All right, so let's start here. If you can hear me, if you would leave a comment, I'm going to try to make you a moderator again and test to see and actually bring you into the stream and see. You won't be able to see yourself if you don't want to be on camera, but so we can test that. Clicking on comments and adding the banners and stuff. Yeah, and that's the other thing that Jeannie was so gracious to help me. So the next live sale, we just gotta make sure. And Jeannie, I think had fun, so we'll have to do this again. It's nice to have. I mean, you know, a lot of folks, they just say, "Hey, will somebody volunteer to be the bid ender, which is fine. But then if you want to bid on somebody, you got to have a backup. So, and Jeannie and I are having fun with it. And like I said on the live, like it gives us a chance to hang out together from across the country. And there you have it. Easy peasy. So now let's turn this off for a while because I don't think we need it on. Now we're going to make it look cute. So I'm going to take, let's see. I don't know. Oh, you know what would be super cute? I do know I made one of these for Demi when she was little. You know what I'm saying? So then you just put this, I could have done that first. And then it's like a little scarf, like you pulled your hair back in it. Okay, it's on camera now. It's going to be recorded in history, so I can make one of those at some point. And I have an extra one of these, and I can do it with that. I just don't have any more headbands available. So I guess I will be ordering. Let's see if I can, let's just see if I go like this. And I just wrap that corner piece up. Oh, yay. Hi, Jeannie. She's here. Okay. I got to figure out which side. I think I like it like that. Now, I'm not going to glue this until we're all, I'm not going to glue this onto here until we're all done, but I like how that looks. Now what we have to do is decide, sorry about that, guys. I just added her on there. And then I'm going to make you a moderator. Or not. Huh. Still won't let me add you there. Weird. Let me think about it for a minute. Okay, so now we have some. I don't really think we need that. Did I do one with two of them? No, maybe not. I kind of like it just more simple and maybe just a little something. Or maybe nothing. Maybe we just leave it. Okay, this is where you tell me. What do you think? Like this, I think is adorable, but it just doesn't go. Like that is way too big. This one is cute because it's clear. Can you see that? And these are like old buttons that somebody made into a brooch. But too big. Well, I think we just leave it. What do you guys think? Going once, going twice. All right. I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue underneath here, and I think I turned it off, so now it's probably... Did I get any? Yep. And then right here, this is where that little edge, but I like it because I like the blue, so I'm just going to do that and pull it back there. And I'm going to... Oh, shoot. No, I'm not. I got it. I think it'd be okay. I think I have enough. I'm going to do it right here. And to done. All right. So now I got to find something to talk about while, yeah, I do too, Lee. I think it just looks so much cuter like this. All right. So let's see. We've made some dangles. Let's see, are our little pieces dry yet? We've added these little, I don't know that they are. So we've added these little pieces to make the charms in a really, unexpected, in a really inexpensive way. That one should be dry. And then I showed you how I make my little headbands. So Let me get the other ones over here. Let's talk about, name change. Okay, now this is where you guys can all weigh in. I think I'm going to somehow do a poll, but I'm coming. You get input first. So I'll tell you all of the names that have come up. Now, if you didn't know, here are the other headbands that I made. Dave and I started the channel, or I started the channel. Dave just goes along with it. Started the channel really to kind of document us flipping houses. And I started it way late after I had done like a lot of houses. So, I mean, I think we only have a couple on there that I really even documented. I wasn't really into YouTube, so it's not really that dynamic. And then during the pandemic, I started to do courses, and I created courses on Kajabi on my channel there, and decided I should just do it on YouTube. So that's where we ended up. And I was doing crafts and mindfulness and all of that good stuff. So as it evolved and as I've done more, it is way less about Dave and I's adventures in life and in flipping houses, and more so about DIY and crafts and such. So there you have the history. So these are the ones that have come up, or that have been suggested. And the first one is Art with Ange. And Dave calls me Ange all the time, but I mean, nobody else really knows me by that. But that's Demi's idea. Oh my gosh, do you see this? Lisa Wilson said Restoring Harmony. So the name of our company, where we flip houses and I stage them, is Restoration Harmony. Which I like Restoring Harmony, but I don't know that it says, like, that if you saw my channel name, you might not know that I did DIY and such. So look at me now. I'm just like, now what am I going to do? Let's make some more of those little things while I'm chatting about that. And then the next one Leslie came up with, and it was Restoration Crafting with Angela. Susie Moore came up with Getting Artsy with Angela. And of course, I still like Pink Poppy Designs, but the only reason is because of that little retro camper that still has not been touched since we bought it. I have not renovated anything or done anything, but it looks cute. It just needs some work. So that was mine. And then somebody, oh gosh, I can't remember who said Harmony Journals. That was another one. And then the last two are Restoring Vintage and Restoring Retro. Oh no, there's one more. If you were on the live, you saw that Peony Lane Art joined. Well, that is my mom. And I talk about her quite a bit. I lost my scissors. They're there. And she calls me Gigi Ray, which is a nickname. My brother, when he was little, could not say Angie. That's what I was. Angie with an I, no E. Nick was Nick with no K, and he couldn't say Angie, so he called me Gigi, and it just stuck. And my nieces and nephews called me that. I have a lot of little kids that can't say my name when they're really little, call me Gigi. But my mom still calls me Gigi Ray. And so she thinks it should be Ingenuity or Art Ingenuity with Gigi. But the thing is, none of you know me by that name. So I don't know. I mean, I get it. And I love my mom, but so I don't know. Hey, Lori. I was just saying that I got all of the live sale items are packaged up and ready to go out. They'll go out on Monday because we don't get delivery, well, that I know of, on Sunday. But maybe they'll pick it up tomorrow. I don't know. This one is a little bit smaller than that last one I did. Okay, there we go. I'm just showing you guys, those of you who were new and didn't get to see how I make these. These are simply a straw. These are bubble, like smoothie straws, so they're really chunky. We'll do a little one with one of the other straws. Then I just cut it right down the middle. Did I get any glue in there? Kind of squish it up so it fits within these caps. The caps are on my channel, or on my channel, on my To Restore You Essentials on Amazon. And I put, see, this is why, this is the problem. Because I'm OCD, I put everything away and then I have to get it back out. Okay, there we go. Now we just let it dry and it's ready to go. But voila, because the magic of YouTube, I have one right here. But let's make one of these little, we didn't do a little one either, so maybe we'll do that one too. So yeah, those are so far the names. So I'll say them again. Art with Ange, Restoring Harmony with Angela, Restoration Crafting, Art Ingenuity with Gigi, Getting Artsy with Angela, Pink Poppy Designs, Harmony Journals, Restoring Retro, and Restoring Vintage. So what do you think? I want to hear. Inquiring minds. All right, I'm just going to make one more of these with the little ones, and then I do have something I want to show you. Because I don't want to have to do another Thrifty Thursday, because I've been waiting, and I think you guys, those of you that are on here will be like, oh my goodness, and I want to hear what you have to say about them. So let's see if we can get these little ones. I don't know. I felt like I had to cut. I did. So then these are just the tiny ones. I was going to see Jeannie again if I could. Well, I can highlight you. Oh, can you see the banners and those items now, Jeannie, on the side? I'm curious. So then we just glue it together. And then we're just kind of smushing it in there so this fits. The one thing that I don't know if it was Pam or Janice said is that if you have tiny little dowel rods, you could use those as well. However, I would think that after a while that would be a little expensive. Like, oh, sorry, Jeannie. That those little, maybe you can stay on afterwards and we'll do a recap and see if we can figure it out. I don't know. I'm new to all this technology. Lori, are you crafting now, or are you having to work today? Are you hiding in a closet? You guys, Lee and Laura and Jeannie, if you, I've mentioned Lori a lot in my videos, but she also has a channel and we have a lot of banter back and forth. And I just learned that my best friend growing up that lived right next door out on our little acreage lives in the same town as Lori. Small world. So now we're going to have a little get together. All right. So let's get it one that's already, oh, I wanted to use, we'll do this one. Okay, put all those away. Get out all my scraps again. Oh my goodness. I wish I could take, how many, I know Jeannie likes to take naps. I love to take naps. But here's the thing. Are the rest of you nappers? Let's see. What do we got in here that we can use? Let's use this little. Let's use this one somehow. I say, oh yeah. I tell Dave, I'm going to take a nap. And then he's like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. And so we lay down on the sofa, and within 2.5 seconds, he's sound asleep. And I'm still wide awake. And then after he slept for an hour or two or whatever, I'm now then about ready to fall asleep. I figured you probably were, Jeannie. See, we all need our naps. What? Oh, the things that friends will do for one another. I tell you. Um. Oh yay! I love I love crafting days. Yesterday, I after planning for that live sale and doing all of that, I didn't realize just like how much adrenaline was going. Oh, I like that, Lee. See, I just want to use that pink poppy. And then I think, well, what if someday we sell pink poppy and then I don't have a pink poppy anymore? But what I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Um, let's see. I don't know. I Okay, now I'm on my iPad. Can you guys hear me? I have to go on my phone, come out. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna come right back in. Now it may echo for just 1 second. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure. Okay, just muted myself. Now can you hear me? Yes? Please tell me. I feel like you can hear me. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, yeah, Lee, I have you on the don't need to drive me that. But I feel like I just hope that there's no background noise. Okay. For some reason, I can hear myself. Just a second. Okay. Where did I leave off? I don't know. It's so weird. Okay. Gosh, we may never get a name change. So my thought is narrow it down to, okay, I'm just gonna turn that down. Pink Poppy, Angela's Pink Poppy Designs. And then I still like Restoring Retro, but I don't know that like that's, I don't know. Maybe I'll just talk myself into Angela's Pink Poppy Designs while we're all together. And then Lee will get her royalties, you know. I just want it to be like if somebody sees the name that they know it's that I do arts, crafts, DIYs, that kind of thing. So that was my thought. Wow, that is very, very different. Very not Angela But I wanted to show you guys how to do that. Okay, now I'm going to show you what you've all been waiting for, I'm sure. Let me move my little teacup out of the way. Lori, I loved your teacup, by the way, just so you know. Yeah, I think so too, Lee. I think I have to be in the name because it just makes more sense. So I shall. What should I do for like when I actually change it? Should I? It's so funny, you guys. So Lori and I literally the very same day made teacups, had no idea. I saw hers on Instagram and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I just made one of those this morning, as did she. Great minds, I'm telling you. Okay. So this is from, and just excuse that messy stuff. This is from one of these auctions. So I'm doing the series that's what's in the box. So I had 2 auctions that I went to and got all of the things that you'll see on several next Saturdays. And then I'm so far out on my what do you call it? Thrifty Thursdays that I think I have a couple that are coming out in November. And I know this is going to be hard to see. But I didn't get to go for this sale. I did not get to go and see the live preview. And, you know, a live preview, because they did this particular one online, but it was in a town nearby me. And they had all of these ledgers. Now, let's see. I can't make it smaller. So you're probably not going to appreciate this. But so this, just in reference, this one is 10.5 by 8. So I start bidding on these. And I don't know what they are, but I bet they had 20 to 40 lots. No, 20 to 30 probably. And in each lot, there were like 10 ledgers. And of course, I bid on every one because I'm like, well, maybe I'll get one of them. Well, then I was getting outbid by like a lot of money. They were going really, really high. And I'm like, okay, just bid on the ones that aren't quite as nice because you want to be able to scan these and then, put these in your Etsy shop and give them as gifts. So just bid on the crappy ones. Well, none of them were really crap. They looked maybe like they were, but this is one of the newer ones from 1916. Here's my birthday. I'll go quickly, but they are stunning. So in reference, now here's this one. This one's skinnier. This is newer as well, 1936. But look how weathered. I know, Lee, right? I almost started crying well, you'll see it. I even titled it, I almost started crying in one of my videos. I'll save it because it's already posted and I don't remember when it posts. Maybe not till, yeah, November 17th. That one was a good one. But here's the thing. So I bid on them. I got several. I think I ended up coming home with 3 boxes. So I must have won 3 lots. And I ended up being 23 ledgers. This one is 8.25 by 11. And I was like, when I got there, I realized I was really lucky that I didn't bid on all of them and win. Because there were some, I think I have one, and I will show it to you, they're you won't even believe it, but look at this writing. This is from 1894. And these are all from the bank. Everything was like accounting books and ledgers. And this is from Spirit Lake, Iowa. Be it known that on this day, in the year of our Lord, 1896, somebody by the last name of Cravens, a notary public at First National Bank, is going to do what? What's therefore which was refused, and I can't read that. Funds garnished. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So let me show you. I'll show you a couple more, and then I'll show you the big kahuna. Look at that. They just keep getting bigger. This one doesn't have a lot of writing in it. This is from 1907. But look at that. And that, I mean, not that I'm going to keep it like that, but it's cool. This is from, I think this is the 40s. Yep, 1943, another one of those ledgers. This account book, some of them I couldn't even find dates on. This one's got to be the late 1800s. 1906, huh? Now, where are the ones that were in the 1800s? Because they're down here somewhere. Look at that. I know. So I'm so excited to put these in the shop. And this was what my question was. Like, I think these would be really expensive to ship because they're, well, some of the smaller ones. But I think I'm just going to do like really nice bundles and maybe do them on future live sales. I don't know. Should I put it? I mean, I can do digitals on all of them, actually. Let me move these. But like, I could barely get these moved out of my car. And I'm just showing you what's in 2 boxes, basically. And then there's another box that I will do a live one. This is the one I got. I don't even know. Like, can I get it higher? I know that's my hand. Sorry. This is 14 by 10. And this is cool. It's called the Japanese Letter Copying Book. And look at this. Now, okay, somebody has to know because I do not. But how? Literally, this is typed, right? So how did they get that in there? I don't know. But it's all copies of all the letters that they had sent. And it's like the thinnest of papers. It's almost, this is, I would say it feels like tissue paper. Pretty cool. Okay, but this one. So when I got there, I saw this box of books. Okay. Bye-bye, Jeannie. And it was sticking up. These, they were bigger than this one. This one is 12 inches wide by 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 inches long. I can't get it in the screen. Thanks for hanging out, Jeannie. Let's see it. Oh my goodness, but look inside. I mean, these pages would be incredible. And this one I could not find a year on. But there you go. I see you got a little extra today because I was like, I just need to show these and then find a place. I don't know where I'm going to store these, but that's at least 2 boxes of them. So I do have one more, and I'll that have some really unique things as well that I'll share on another one of my videos. But you guys, thank you for just hanging out and for crafting with me. We got so much done. I think I'm going to hop off, and I think I have a couple. I'm considering this my dusted off do-overs for the week, and I'll update the title so I can include that if folks want to play along or watch. And then we got to decide on our name. So Pink Poppy Designs or Angela. Wait, what did you say? I gotta see this again. Wait a minute. Lee. How come I can't find it? Angela's Pink Poppy Designs. I'm writing that down right now because I won't remember. And then I'll have to go back and find that. Yeah. Awesome. So, and I don't know. I don't mind restoration crafting, but I don't know. Now I just have to figure out yes, you lost my sound again. Okay, guys. We just fell apart. So I don't know if you can hear me, but I am saying goodbye. And thank you very, very much. I hope all of you have a great rest of the weekend, and I will talk to you next time. Until then, remember to take time to just be. Cheers, guys.